All right, Luke, good playing, a 3 under 69. If we could just get an opening comment on the round.
Yeah, very happy with my play. Obviously, I think yesterday was a good solid round too. I think the afternoon played significantly tougher than the morning wave. It got really firm and a little breezy yesterday afternoon. And other than a poor double bogey on 15, it was a really solid round. And I kept going today and this morning. A little bit easier conditions, no wind and softer greens early on, and you could make some birdies if you kept it in play.
What parts of your game have you seen kind of improving maybe over the last month or two?
Well, I haven't missed many fairways over the last couple of days. You know, I think that's always a key for me. I'm not one of the longest players, but if I'm missing fairways and short, that I have to play defense then. And you know, being in the fairway, I can attack some of these pins and make some birdies. My putting since switching to the claw back in San Antonio has significantly got better too. So, you know, I think a combination of hitting fairways and making more putts.
What was the impetus to go into the claw?
My statistics weren't really good, especially from short distance. I didn't feel like I was starting the ball on line. You know, I think that those things happen sometimes when you get to 45. But yeah, it was a pretty easy switch, to be honest. It took me about an hour working on it, and it felt very comfortable. And fortunately, it wasn't much change other than that right hand, and yeah, I felt very comfortable doing it.
Why does that work? What's the mechanism that gets the ball on line with the right hand changed?
Well, you know, it's not usually a physical issue. It's usually a psychological, mental issue. So, by changing the grip pressure on your right hand, it changes something in your brain. That's about as simple as it gets, really. And it just feels like, yeah, I feel more free flowing. It feels like I can get the ball started on line and hit it with good strike.
They probably put some water on the golf course last night, but can you quantify just how much it's still drying out? There's a little bit of breeze. I mean, how many golf courses have you encountered this season that were this firm?
Yeah, it's very playable right now, but certainly yesterday afternoon it became quite tricky. You know, the ball was certainly starting to bounce, and you know, you really had to, you know, think your way around this course pretty well. But you know, it's warm out there. It's going to be another 90-degree day. The wind is starting to blow a little bit. It's only going to dry out and get firm like it did yesterday afternoon. So I think, you know, the guys that played yesterday morning will find out that this course is going to get a little bit tougher this afternoon.
Hideki's 7 under today. I'm sure not many people saw 65 out of this setup.
No. To be honest, I had 2-3 putts in my 3 under, and you know, a couple wedges I could have hit closer. So it is out there. I think this morning, especially with calm conditions and the greens were a little bit softer, that you could if you're on in this place, the greens kind of funnel the ball to the hole. But again, you have to be from the fairway and you have to be pretty precise coming into the greens. If you miss it slightly on the wrong side, then it's you're playing you're playing with fire.
What's been, just as we continue to get closer to the Ryder Cup, what's maybe been the biggest challenge for you with practicing and playing and keeping going on the golf course with your responsibilities as a Ryder Cup captain?
Well, I've played quite a lot this year, you know, and on both sides of the ponds. I'll be in Munich in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time for the BMW Championship as well, and crossing the pond another couple times throughout the summer. So, you know, it's just a lot of travel, a lot of play. But I feel like me being at the courses, having an understanding how they're playing, I can really judge how the guys are playing, and you know, by looking rather than being just sat at home and watching on TV. So it's better for me to be here. I can keep the communication up with the players as well, and you know, that's important.
Make a little coin on the side too. So.
Well, making cuts helps.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.